And welcome to your feedback session, Lynn. It's wonderful to have you here.
Thank you, Karina. It's good to see you too, after a while.
I know it's been a little while since you completed the boot camp, and I'm of course really curious about Lynn. What are some of the highlights for you? And also now that it's been a couple of months since you completed the boot camp, what are you actually using,
Mm.
this experience for in your life? So would you like to share just a little bit, Lynn, how the experience has been for you and how you're using?
Yes. So
Absolutely.
my personal life, my myself, it really helped me, just helped me to unpack and repack and reorganize and get rid of things that I don't need.
Ooh,
All the
fantastic.
baggages. Yeah. So that was amazing. Yes.
That's wonderful, Lynn.
Personally, I'm really empowered. Yes.
Yeah.
Dealing with a lot of, I think, challenges. It's not easy, but it's so informed and empowered to really be able to gauge myself in terms of being in challenging situations.
Yeah.
And I'm able to withdraw from all the other voices that sometimes just tries to influence you in a bad way. My pace is actually I'm super relaxed. I am able to cope better, and I think that I am using my mind. I think I've been so centered that I'm able to connect with myself in a deeper way, in a more relaxed way, and I'm not afraid to say that I cannot do this. It's not so wrong anymore for me to say I'm not able to complete a task, or I'm not able to deal with a situation of any sort. I just know that I'm just a human being and I'm capable, and
That's
that's one thing I learned from the bootcamp. Yes.
that's wonderful. So so when you
Yeah.
think about what attracted you to actually attend the boot camp, what inspired you to join?
As a person that works with people, I think what we usually do is we believe that we know everything, we can fix everything,
Mm.
and we forget to fix ourselves in the process. And you just keep on being busy. And when I spoke to you, I mean, the first time when we had a Zoom meeting, when some of the pointers made me aware that I was actually far off. I needed fixing myself. I needed to go through um, some kind of recuperation, and just withdraw from every activity and give myself time and go back to the little girl, the teenager, and the daughter,
Yeah.
and try to actually breathe through it and be able to focus on me and what is going on inside of me. So I thought to myself, okay, I can do this. I can try this. Let's see what I can, and do what can come out of this boot camp. And it was amazing.
Sure.
With a group of people that are so empowered, so educated, so informed, and we were so vulnerable. And it
Mm.
was so beautiful not to be judged, or not to feel like everyone expects from you to be perfect and say the right words, and not cry or not fall apart. So that was amazing for me.
Oh, that's wonderful. So I can
Amazing
hear.
experience. And you're very sweet too. Yeah.
Thank you, Lynn. So I can hear that you felt held in the
Yeah.
space, right? That you trusted the space.
Everyone in the group was so open and so easy and so welcoming. No one acted weird or just, thought everyone like trying to impress each other. That was one thing that I loved the most. No one was trying to impress the other. And that was amazing to see so much people who are so talented and that have made it so much in life come out and say, I'm struggling with one part, or I'm struggling with this, and I need you. And hearing all the stories, with everyone who was there, it was amazing to see that we all struggle. And
Yeah.
we all need sometimes to say, listen, I'm struggling. I cannot get through some things. And it was just amazing to be around such people, and even yourself, you were not actually the lecturer or the teacher, or you were just there, participating with everyone, and that was amazing too. Yeah, so it was
And,
it was
and
quite
I
an
think
experience.
that's wonderful. That's wonderful, Lynn. Also that you notice the facilitation style, which is a travel companion kind of style. With we walk next to each other as students because we all learn. Great. Was
Mm.
there anything that surprised you in the boot camp?
I think the tasks,
Yeah. Tell me
the
about
tasks,
that.
yeah.
Yes.
The tasks, all the tasks were amazing, and they actually were not. Sometimes you go through some training and you know that these tasks, I can just do them with my eyes closed.
Yes.
But this one was more deeper. It required one to sit, make time, and think through. And you couldn't just say, okay, this is just a question or this is just a task. I'm just going to do it quickly. I noticed that I needed to make time, wake up early in the morning and sit in the maybe dark, think about what I'm going to write, or think about task, how I'm going to present it and everything. So the tasks were super amazing. I was challenged because I had to think, I had to read, I had to go back, and most of them helped me to open some doors that I had closed and hadn't even went back into opening them and dealing with other things, which was, now I'm able to say I forgive myself. I know I missed opportunities and all that because of the tasks, because they helped me to go back in time and look through, try to say, okay, I know this was not right, but I still have an opportunity to make things right. And I'm not afraid to live with those memories anymore, because that's one thing that I struggled with.
Okay.
Memories just didn't,
Yeah.
they would just haunt me. Yeah.
So how was that for
Mhm.
you to log into the online academy, the material? I mean, you said the task, you were really excited about the task because they deepened you. They were not just surface questions, they really challenged you and brought
Mhm.
things out of you. Was it easy for you to navigate the learning material?
It was absolutely, and I love the in between clips that are always there, the
Yeah.
ones that where you speak sometimes, and where sometimes it's just a video that plays. I love that. There was one that really helped me with dealing with my relationship with my dad. I really loved what it was going on there. It helped me to really go back, and mostly it helped me with forgiving myself, forgiving him, and seeing him also as maybe a victim in some way.
Very good.
And actually, I think the most important thing that we had to do, both of us, was just love each other and forget about all the nonsense that happened in between. So um, I know that there's nothing I can do now because he's gone,
Yeah.
but I can live my life and just, you know, in his honor, live a good life. Just, in his honor, and also in my honor, to be able to be free from everything that was a actual, I can say, something that kept me in this dark place, about him, that I blamed him, and I thought he was not a good father and all that. I cannot live my life based on that, because that is just a very bad shadow that follows me everywhere I go. So the material and that video helped me to see the light and to know that I can be best at anything. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter what happened in the past. And I was so happy to reconnect. It made me cry a lot because I had to go back, think about things that I didn't want to think about. But after that, I was so free in my heart, and I'm able to actually feel compassion for my dad for the first time.
Sure.
And I'm able to think about him positively. There's just so much that he's done for me that I always blamed him for many other things that I expected him to do for me, and he did not do. Yes, I'm not condoning that dads should just ignore their kids and all that, but now that he's gone, there's nothing I can do about it. The only thing is to be able to fix me and live the best way I can. And that
Absolutely.
was what the material did. Yeah, the
That's
material
wonderful.
did that for me.
Yes. So Lynn,
Absolutely.
what are you now using these tools with in your life, also in your professional life? What are you now able to do now that you've liberated certain parts of yourself?
Actually, I believe that I'm not. One of the things that I used to really struggle with was that I lost time. I'm late in life. I mean, I'm 45, and many things have just gone by. I have kids, and I used to complain a lot, and I used to think that I'm so late that I cannot even catch up. But now I believe that I can do anything. I can play guitar. I'm so confident. I'm relaxed and super confident. And I know I'm not actually even chasing and wanting to do things in a way that says, I'm getting late, I'm getting late. I'm so relaxed.
Great.
I know that I can pace myself.
Nice.
And in that mode also, I can still be very successful and fulfilled, because that's the
Yeah.
other thing. I used to live but never fulfilled. I used to complain about my life. I don't live in a good life. I'm not where I'm supposed to be. But now I appreciate every moment, whether I'm sitting doing nothing, or having something to do, a project that I'm doing, or I didn't finish my projects. I just appreciate life. I value life, and I value myself in living. And that makes me a better person, actually.
Absolutely. And then
Yeah.
that makes you also well, it makes you better for you and it makes you better for the world. And if we also, whatever we do from that place can only be successful. Being it in our
Absolutely.
personal capacity or in our professional capacity, no matter what we wish to
Mhm.
desire for our lives. So it's so beautiful to experience this incredible shift that you have allowed yourself, Lynn. What a privilege to others. What would you tell people around you about the boot camp? And why should others try it?
I think with many people that I know, we usually, when you're a speaker or a coach, you're usually so busy with people's lives, and you're fixing people's lives. And, sometimes, you work so hard to get people to a place where they are well, and they feel liberated, and they feel okay, but you forget about yourself. And with most of the people that I have seen and known, I know the pressure that comes with it, the challenge that comes with it, the fact that you must always perform. You're expected to perform, and perform well, and have very positive results. It's what we expect from who we are as coaches or as speakers, or
Yeah.
however address yourself, or whatever you do, whether you're a counselor or you're a coach or a speaker. But I do speak, I do recommend this, because this helps you to pause and just take things as they come. Because, sometimes we just go along and we forget ourselves. And then we feel so frustrated at times, when, it's amazing how you can have everything in life and still complain. And, feeling unfulfilled, and feeling that you're not achieving, you're not getting anywhere. Sometimes it even hinders you. Like, I was so hindered that I didn't even realize that I'm so talented in other areas. And, I just focused on one area. And so this has really helped me to say, okay, I know that I can take a break from this and focus on other talents. And sometimes it's good to give myself a pat on the shoulder, say, listen, you did well, you did well. You don't have to put 10 people on your list. With the two, you're doing so good. So I would recommend this for many people that I know. Church leaders, I would recommend it for people that I know that are in the speaking industry, people that I know that are coaching, others. Whether you're any kind of a coach needs this, the deeper kind of being able to know how to be centered, being able to know when to say no, being able to know when it's enough, like, okay, I need to slow down here. I'm not super, I'm not a hero, I'm not God, to know when to stop, to know when to continue. And even when you are continuing, knowing yourself is so empowering. Knowing who you are, it's just an empowerment, because you know how to handle yourself, you know how to handle others, you know how to keep yourself in a mode that is not actually cluttered with information, but in a mode that comes deeper from the heart. That has been a highlight for me. That
And
has
what
been,
about the daily meditations? How was that for you?
it's an amazing experience. And it's amazing how you can just, be with yourself and, be so exposed. It's amazing. I think people should try that. Being with yourself is amazing because self tells you quite a lot of things. It just challenges you and it shows you it's so true to you that, no one can be so true, because you really know when things are not going the right way. It's how you connect with yourself in a true way. So that time, I think it's essential for everyone. And every one of us, if we can have time to do that, I think we can be empowered to go through the day and be able to carry ourselves in a positive way, no
Absolutely.
matter what happens throughout the day.
No, it's
Yes.
powerful. And I mean, it's actually it's the most important practice, the pausing,
Yeah,
being with ourselves, really connecting inwardly,
absolutely.
giving ourselves permission to
Mm.
that and moving from that place. And always, even if we don't have 30 minutes, but even if it's only a few moments, but the more we know the space within us, the more we can come back
Mhm,
to it and rest in it
mhm.
and meet other people from that more calm space in us.
Absolutely. And I realize that there's more to spirituality than we think, because at times, you would sit there and start to really go through the breathing, and it would be 3 days and you're thinking about the same thing. So to me, it meant something. It meant that I must go to that area and be able to concentrate on that area so that I can be helped, to deal with that area. And I realized that there's more to this than just breathing and sitting there and being quiet. It's actually a deeper spiritual connection,
Ah,
and that was amazing too.
yes, when you really get into that
Mm.
wisdom
That
that
was amazing.
flows inside of you and you realize you connected to everything. It's
Absolutely.
powerful, hey?
Absolutely. Yes.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Mm.
So I'm really, yeah, it's lovely to hear that you've allowed yourself to really sink into the experience and feel that
Mm.
beautiful connection that helps us to navigate
Mm.
ourselves, that
Mm.
there is an inner guidance that we can rely on.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah. And for me, I had no choice because I felt so pressed. I felt so overwhelmed by quite a lot of things, and I needed help. I needed to, because now I was at the point where I had given up. I thought, oh no, it's okay. Whatever happens, happens. And if I die, I die. If I live, I live. So it just helped me to sort of come back, and the frequencies, the way you were talking about frequencies, it just helped me to just fine tune all my frequencies.
woo!
I have the power to do that now, to
Yes.
fine tune them, to tell them what to say, and to tell them what I want to listen to. And even if it just, comes and broadcasts, I know what to receive and what to just, block off my way.
Yeah.
So that's how amazing it was. Yeah.
Fantastic. I'm so grateful, Lynn. I mean, what a beautiful, just testimony that lives in your life every day. And that's the most important thing, to see the evidence living in your life every day and being expressed and how you choose differently and make space for you. And there's so much more joy than there was before. Is that a
Yes.
lot of thunder happening in the background? Is that
Yes,
thunder?
definitely.
It's
The
amazing.
thunder, it's pouring out.
Oh, beautiful. That's what we can hear, the rain and the thunder I mean, and that's how also
Amazing.
inside it sometimes feels like that. Hey, the weather.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Yes. Yeah, sure, Lynn. So thank you so much for making time today,
Thank
to
you
tune in and for
so
us to
much.
have this conversation and connection and to harvest these beautiful. It's because it's so important to celebrate, to harvest all the lessons, all the steps you've taken. So I really celebrate you, Lynn, for making yourself a priority.
Thank you, Karina. Thank you so much. Thank you. And
Oh,
I just wish you all the best. And I hope that you reach so many people so that, we can have people who are positive and well-centered in life. That will make a huge difference. Yes.
definitely, definitely. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Lynn.